Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatguru. So we were studying this concept that in this chapter, the fourth chapter, the renunciation of action, how we can remove karma from our life. There is no way. Sri Krishna himself says that not even for a moment anybody can live without doing karma. Then what is the renunciation of karma? Renunciation of karma is detachment or renunciation of the expectation or making the result or the fruits of action as only goal of our action. Whatever we do for this purpose. Apparently it looks like this, because as a common human being, we do not do anything without expecting particular result. To achieve that result only we do karma. Then what is the meaning of doing karma? Not expecting the result, doing karma, being attached or without being attached, with detachment to do karma. Detachment with the fruits of action, the result of action. Why he says so? From a very general or rather higher way of looking at the karma or higher looking at our life itself. Because of some vasana, because of some desires, we came to this world. What is the purpose of coming? Sometimes to be a little more frank, a little more open and clear about it. Our birth is the result of some cause. That cause may belong to our parents. Their parents became cause for their birth. It is their responsibility of their karma. We didn't decide anything. You as an individual don't even know that we have any choice of whether I want to take birth or do not want to take birth. We do not have that idea. So we do not have that notion, we do not have that understanding, or nobody has told us. This whole process of birth, after birth, death, after death. We have no idea. A small number of people read scriptures. Those who do not read scriptures, or rather, till we didn't read any scripture, we do not have even idea, we do not have even concept of this. People do not have occasion, people do not have time, people do not have any way to think this. How many people think? Who am I? From where have I come? Why I am here in this world? What was the purpose? This is called ignorance. In our scriptures, there are two types of ignorance. One is called Moola Avidya. The fundamental ignorance is this. We do not know ourselves. Not knowing ourselves is called Moola Avidya. And it's called Tula Vidya. Tula Vidya is about things of the world which we do not know. Things of the world which we do not know. I do not know coding. I do not know what cloning is about. I do not know how computer works. All these things which I do not know, that also is ignorance. But this is a relative ignorance, doesn't matter. Sri Ramakrishna did not know many things. Was he an ignorant person? What do you think of the great enlightened people? Do they know everything of the world? No. That is called Tula. The relative ignorance. Even if you are ignorant, is okay. You do not know. But there is something called Moola Avidya. That which is called basic ignorance. And this ignorance is the cause for everything. This is Maya. Maya is something which keeps you in darkness. There is so much discussion on Maya. Maya is there? Don't know. Can you say it is there? Don't know. Can you say it is not there? Don't know. But we are under the spell of Maya. That much we know. What is Maya? That keeps us in ignorance. Nowadays, people do not go to cinema hall that much as people used to go earlier. I have not gone to cinema hall for the last 40 years. So I do not know. What was our practice? What was our experience when we go to cinema, movie hall? If the show is at 3 o'clock, you go there at 2:45. When you enter the cinema hall, you can see some chairs are filled, some are not filled. Then you find your own place. Then what happens? They switch off the light. And have you observed? It is so dark, you cannot see even the next person. Nowadays you have a mobile phone, so it is disturbing. If it is not there, you do not see even the next person. You keep your hand, you cannot see anything. So much dark. That is our experience. Then what happens? Then something is projected on the screen. Then the movie starts, we laugh, we cry, we become angry, etc. This experience all of us have. What happened here? The cinema hall with 200-300 chairs, with 200-300 people is the reality. First they switch off the light. What is there, you cannot see. Then they project something which doesn't exist. Because of whom you cry, because of whom you laugh, because of whom you get angry, these things doesn't exist. These are just projected on the screen. This is Maya. Maya has two actions. Maya has two Shakti, two powers. This is not me, this Adi Shankaracharya writes. Maya has two Shakti. One is called Avarana Shakti. Avarana means to cover. To cover what exists. That is one Shakti. Another Shakti is called Vikshepa Shakti. These are all technical words. When you hear the lectures on Vedanta, these words will come. One is Avarana Shakti, which covers the reality. One is Vikshepa Shakti. It shows you something which doesn't exist. And we become attached to that, you see. You go, you pay money to get attached to something which doesn't exist. There is only screen. You can go and touch the screen. But the screen becomes irrelevant. Though without screen there is no projection. But we give importance to the projection. And we enjoy or suffer because of the projection. Does the projection things, the mountain, the river, the people, the forest, the sky, the rain, fire, whatever you see on the screen, does any of these things exist? No. Still we are affected by that. This is Maya. Maya is that a kind of power, kind of Shakti, which covers who we are and projects what we are not. That is Maya. Now this Maya belongs to whom? Maya belongs to God? Don't know. Which God came and told you Maya belongs to me? Maya belongs to you? If it belonged to me, I will never be covered with ignorance. Shankaracharya was asked this question. This Maya, or this ignorance about the self, ignorance about being Atman, this ignorance belongs to whom? This is a very technical way of writing scriptures. Scripture means commentary, writing commentary on Bhagavad Gita by Shankaracharya. He will ask question and he will himself will answer. You may have this doubt, and then he clears the doubt. So he asked question, to whom this ignorance belong to? Then he himself answered, Yasya Tasya Eva. Who thinks I am ignorant, ignorance belongs to them. Remember, Sri Ramakrishna says, one who continuously says I am ignorant becomes ignorant. One who says I am not ignorant, I can find my way out, he progresses. Once we know these are simple things of life, when you move and stay and talk with these practicing monks, those who are always aware about for what they became monk, or the great people's writing, this is the advantage. Then they will tell you. Nowadays, you will find these words. Solution focused process. You know the problem. What is our problem is where we think about the problem. Okay, I came to know about the problem. Now keep aside the problem and think about the solution. We hold on to the problem. You know this happened. You know this happened. Okay, you came to know this happened. It makes you suffer. Then what? Look for the solution. Focus on the solution, not on the problems. Problem is to be understood, analyzed, and remembered. Then work on the solution and resolve the problem. Or be free from the problem. There is a difference. Next our celebration is Guru Purnima. We have one song we sing. Most of the people don't understand this very simple Hindi bhajan. Even in our book, it's not translated properly. What is the song? There is a last line comes, Kyu tarana yah ghat. Whatever. So, there is an imaginary problem. You suffer and you want to imagine the solution. The writer of the song, Kabir Das, he says, why you want to resolve the issue? Why you want to cross this river? The river doesn't exist. You imagine the river and then suffer, how can I cross it? Jnana or the knowledge is this. How long, how big, how difficult is the life? You keep on doing good karma. You keep on doing, you think what is good, which may not be good. Just to reduce your pain. Many times people will say, unending. Modern example, I many times think is, the tissue box you use, take one tissue out, another comes out, correct? By the time you take that tissue, there is another tissue. Life is like solve one problem. By the time you solve one problem, there is another problem. One gentleman came, a baby child is born to them. No, Maharaj, cannot come. Child is so small. Anytime cries, anytime what this. I said, this problem is not going to be solved. Why? This is the problem of this age. When the child will grow, a new problem of that age will come. Child will go to kindergarten, problem will come. Go to primary, also problem will come. Go to secondary, also problem will come. What is the way out? Way out is not outside. Way out is within. That which is already there, you cannot destroy it. You change internally in such a way that even outside things are there. Even if you do the same thing, it doesn't bind you. Extremely difficult to do it, but it is possible. It is possible. In the same family, for one person it is impossible to handle. All of you know. Your baby is 2 days to 2 months to 6 months old, cries anytime, passes motion anytime. Who looks after? Mother looks after. Father can't even do 2% of what you can do. Tell him to do, can do, but somehow do. Or once or twice only do, cannot do. It's not their nature. And this is not my imagination or my translation. Even here, we run the boys' home. Government has a rule. If you have any child younger than 6 years, you must have a female supervisor. You cannot only have male supervisor. And you know one thing? Male supervisor is always considered as abuser. If there is a child which is say 4 years old, child is to be given bath. Male supervisor is not allowed to give bath to the child. It's only the female. Why female cannot be abuser? No. Female is not considered an abuse. So you must have a lady supervisor to look after them. There is a reason for psychology. Because people are made like that. Man is made like that. Women are made like that. So, This basic ignorance, from where it came, we have no idea. Do you remember when you are born? None of us remember. You are told, hey, you are born on this day. Oh, this is my birthday. We all jump about our birthday. You don't even know when you are born. Somebody told you are born on that day. Earlier time, say my parents' generation, still there was some record. Look at Holy Mother's conversation. Mother is telling, yeah, I was born before the harvesting season. Oh, that was Purnima on that day. These things are there. People many times say, this is another topic I am discussing. Because we follow the English calendar, Gregorian calendar we follow. So whatever is written in date, month and year, we consider as a history. That which is written in this way, it was Purnima day, or it was this nakshatra, we consider as a mythology. Correct? No. That was the calendar. When Rama was born, Navami Tithi, there is a verse in Ramcharitmanas. Navami Tithi Madhumasa Punita. Shukla Paksha, Abhijita Hariprita. There was an Abhijit Nakshatra in the sky. It was a Navami Tithi. What was the time? It was neither hot nor cold. It was in the afternoon, or it was in the noon. Rama was born in 12 o'clock in the noon. Maybe symbolically we are telling now. What is 12 o'clock in the noon? Speciality of 12 o'clock noon? What is speciality? Exactly at 12 p.m. noon, you don't have a shadow. You are only, there is no shadow belong to you. Or rather you are standing on your own shadow. Whatever. Now, keeping this, all this astronomical sign, putting in computer, and they found the date. Exact date of Rama's birth, exact date of Sita's birth, exact date of whatever happened. According to Gregorian calendar, put BC. So, we do not know when we were born. Sorry to give example which is given everywhere though. How do I know? This gentleman is my father. How do I know? My mother is to tell me. If my mother introduces other gentleman and tells he is your father, for me he would have been my father. Everything seems to be, what you call, everything seems to be in a flux. We have a rishi in our Vedas. What is the name? What, Javali? Anyway, so the disciple has come to Guru. So Guru asked him, Satyakam Javali. Guru asked him, what's your name? My name is Satyakam. What's your father's name? I don't know. I know only my mother's name. What's your mother's name? Javali. Okay, then ask your mother, your father's name. Because unless you know the father's name, you do not know the lineage and you do not know which type of family he belongs to. For a general classifier, he must be let known by his own qualities. But for a small child to introduce, okay, he belongs to this lineage. At least we know that. The boy Satyakam goes to his mother and says, "Mother, what is my father's name?" Mother says, "I will come with you." Mother comes to Guru and says, "Sir, I have no idea." We are talking about the Vedas, 5,000 years before. I was serving in many houses. My life was like that. I'm not able to say whose son is my son. In today's date, what would have happened? We would have judged that woman. We would have ridiculed that child. But the Rishi doesn't do that. The Rishi said, "My goodness, you can speak this truth so easily." I do not know Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, but you are not an ordinary woman. No ordinary woman can speak such a big truth so easily. I will take your son into my school and teach him. And he became Rishi. Look at the way of looking at it. So, we do not know when we were born. They told, somebody told, certificate was given, so we tell. On this basis our life goes. Many of you will be there, or could be one of you will be there. Actually, I was born in this year, but my certificate shows this. People used to reduce or increase the date. We don't know why they do, but they do. So we do not know when we were born. Forget about external certification of our birth. Close your eyes and try to think the earliest memory of your life. Definitely you do not go even closer to your birth. You think about it. 2025, where I was in 2000? Yeah, I was in such and such school or college. 1995? Yeah, I was already in PSLE. 94, class 5. Yeah, I was in that school. 97, class 4. Go back. Now also you try to go back. Maximum you can go is primary 1 or maybe little before, because now children's life is quite eventful. Our life was not that eventful. So I somehow remember my primary one or two things, not incidents and full memory, some incidents. What was before that? Primary 1 means I was already 5 years old. I do not have any memory of from first day of my life to 5 years. I don't have any memory. Doesn't mean I was not there. I was there. But I don't have memory. But we know even if you don't have memory, you existed. That means your existence doesn't depend on your memory. Then some intelligent person thought, that means I could have existed in different form even before my birth. I will exist in different form even after my death. When my existence started, no idea. That ignorance, that not knowing my existence, because we are identified with our memory. Before that, we do not know. Because we do not know, that's why this ignorance about ourselves, not about birth and all that, about our own existence, we do not know. That's why it is called Anadi. Adi means to start. When this ignorance started, it is Anadi, but it is Santa, not Shanta. Shanta means cool down. Santa means with Anta. Sa. Saha, Antena Saha, with and, Santa. If by your effort and God's grace and Guru's grace, if you realize the truth, if you realize who you are, what you are, then that ignorance will be broken, that ignorance will go. Ignorance can go, but when ignorance started, nobody can say. That's why it's called Anadi. It is not Anadi Ananta, no. It is Anadi Santa. What I was telling was, by God's grace or our punya karma, we do not know, but we are literally in touch with something which says, think about yourself. Out of 8 billion people, maybe 7.99 billion people do not even think about it. This thought of your own existence doesn't come. That is Maya. Not that by reading 2 slokas of Gita and hearing 2 lectures we became all enlightened. Not enlightened. But you became enlightened that much that you are aware about this existence of this problem. One is you do not know that you do not know. We are in the second stage. I know that I do not know. Then will come, maybe I do not know whether I know or not. And last stage will come, I know that I know. Now we are not in that stage. By your very presence and interest in scripture qualifies you to pass this first step to say that I know that I do not know. Yes, I know I am ignorant. I know I have a lot to know. I know how to know. I have limitations. I don't know Sanskrit, I can't read scriptures. Whatever maxima I can do, I am doing. But I know that I do not know. You know, there is one shloka which you may have heard. Manushyanam sahastreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye. In thousands and thousands of people, very few people try to realize. Those who try, yatatam api siddhanam. Thousands and thousands of people, very few people even try. Those who try, thousands and thousands of those who try, kaschimam vitti tattvata. Only few people can know me or know the truth. What was the shloka? Manushyanam sahastreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam. Who are the siddhas? Those who put effort. Siddhas in general, he is a Siddha Purusha, means what? He has achieved the truth. No. Shankaracharya writes, Siddha eva hite ye mokshaya yatante. Those who are putting effort are siddhas. Why they are called siddhas? Because they know that they do not know. Then only you try. Correct? You try for what? You try because you do not know. And you know that you do not know. That's why you try. Those who do not know that they do not know, they don't even try. I remember once I went to some other place. One gentleman came and, really sincere person, I know him many years. While telling, he was crying. Swami, I am not able to progress in my spiritual life. I have so much negativity in me. So I smiled and I told, you already have passed one exam that you know that you do not know. You know that you are not able to progress. People do not even know that there is something called progress. At least you are not able to do progress and you are aware about it. Because of that you are putting effort. Those people who put effort, because they know that they do not know, these people are called Siddha. And there are very handful of people. So Krishna says, there are people who realized, there are people who put effort and led a very genuine spiritual life. If you come to know today, for example, because of this I am not able to progress. So far as it is not harmful to you or your family or whatever, you immediately can put into practice. I am not able to practice this because I have this bad habit. Why you have a bad habit? What is a habit? You have done it few times, which tells you to do several times. That's a habit. Then you realized, at whatever age, doesn't matter. When you realize, because of this habit, I am not able to progress. You pass another small exam. Not only you know that you do not know, but you know why I do not know. See, our spiritual progress is not suddenly you become a realized soul like Sri Ramakrishna. No, we progress little by little. And these are the small stages. So whenever you feel dejected and depressed because of this basic ignorance, don't get depressed. I tell you one small incident. That what is the advantage of being in a holy company. It was in Belur Math, our headquarters. It was a celebration day. So thousands of people come there. And we were novice brahmacharis. So we were given duty. So my duty is what? Between Swami Brahmanji's temple and Holy Mother's temple to guide the crowd. Go this side, don't go this side, etc. So me and my friend, another brahmachari, we were doing that duty. Suddenly one very old lady came. She should be in her late 70s or 80s maybe. And you know, genuinely truthful people, but belong to this category that they know that they do not know, that category. Why? I do not know, but she came to us and started telling as usual, using common those words in Bengali. Comes and says, Baba amar ki hobe, what will happen to me? We are samsaris, we are worldly people. Who is telling? A lady in her late 70s or early 80s is telling to those 25 to 27 years old brahmacharis who have just left home few years before. You know the Swami brahmachari who was with me, she nicely told her, smilingly, you are not worldly people. You are not samsari. Why? If you are worldly, you would not have been standing on the ground of Belur Math. You will be somewhere in a dark corner doing some rubbish. Why you disqualify yourself? Yes, we have not achieved big thing. That was nicely told by Nachiketa in Kathopanishad. When Yama is asking questions to Nachiketa, these are the things we learn. Nachiketa says, Bahunamini prathamo, bahunamini madhyamaha. Either I stand first in the class or I may be somewhere. But I am not that group of boy who fails in the class. There should be no egoistic nature, no being unnecessarily proud, but being aware about it. I used to tell to many devotees. Now also sometimes that question comes, I like to say, try to see the hand of God working in your life. How to see? How God helps me? If God would not have helped, why Sunday evening you should be spending here? Go to Marina, go to these, that, so many places, the parties going on, movies are going on, dancing going on, drinking going on. That is wrong. I don't know whether it is wrong or not. They think that is correct, so they go there, no problem. We have no criticism for anybody. But something in you pulled you to think about the very basic problem of our life, which is called ignorance. Where more you want to find the grace of God. One devotee told me one day, Swamiji, where I stay, whatever you want, whatever I want to enjoy, everything is just like that. Now all the far things have come near, no? All mobile phone, you just call, you just do, things are available, delivered at the doorstep. And the correct recipe to spoil your character is 3. You have youth. Youth doesn't mean age. Your capacity to enjoy. You have youth. You have money. And you have freedom. Whatever bad things I do, there is nobody to stop me. I have enough money to spend and spoil myself. And I still can enjoy. After having all these 3, the freedom, the money to enjoy, the wish to enjoy, and physical and mental capacity to enjoy, still you do not go and enjoy because you know that is harmful to me. I told, what more grace of God you want? In spite of having every possibility, God is still protecting you from there. You read the life of Swami Adbhutananda. Adbhutananda used to come from Kakurgachi to Dakshineshwar. In Calcutta, those were some ideas. I don't have geographical that much idea. No money. He was a maid servant. He was a servant in the house of Ramchandra Datta. So the lady, Ramchandra Datta's wife, will tell, hey Latu, I have made payasam for Thakur, go and give. And life was very simple at that time. He will take the one bag in the pot of payasam and walk and run, go up to Dakshineshwar. One day, he found by the way he is coming, on that street, there is a wine shop. You know what Latu Maharaj did? He detoured. He changed the street. Thakur is extremely intelligent. Why today so much time you took? No, nowadays I don't come by, I come by other long route. Why by long route? No, on that street there is a wine shop. And he is an illiterate boy, doesn't know even how to read and write. Seeing all these things only, one fine day, Sri Ramakrishna told to Ramchandra Datta, where you got this boy? He is a servant in my house. Send him little more often. And he became Swami Adbhutananda. If you read his life, especially his conversation, how an illiterate can talk like this. Latu Maharaj is sitting on the bank of Ganga. You know, ebb and tide come. If the river, the spot is closer to the ocean, evening ebb will come, Jwar. He was so much engrossed in meditation on the bank of Ganga, the water goes above him, he doesn't even know. There is an incident of another Swamiji. Swami Vivekananda has sent him to Haridwar to serve poor people. And he and other two Swami, Nishchayananda and Kalyanananda, these two were morning to night were serving the poor people and patients and whatever. No hospital at that time. Little homeopathy medicine and giving them bath and serving them and giving food and all that. Master Mahashaya, the writer of the Kathamrita Gospel, went to Haridwar and saw these two boys, Swamiji's disciples, are working. So Master Mahashaya was a master anyway, teacher. What you people are doing? Do you think Swamiji told only to do work? You should meditate. Otherwise there is no point of becoming monk. And he was respected by everybody. What they will tell? We have understood Swamiji like this. Then one night, Master Mahashaya got up and saw this Nishchayanandaji was meditating and his body was covered with mosquitoes. He was not even aware of that. Master Mahashaya next day told, sorry, do whatever you want to do, you do. We have no idea because we don't have that deep meditation. We continuously do like this. They used to meditate, they used to forget the body, which we do not know how to do that. But if we have taken admission in this school, let us fail even 5 times, 6 times, we shall pass. But we are already in the school. And to get admission in this school is not that easy. Many times we say, I do not know whether I have that eligibility to be here. Do I have eligibility to get what I am getting? That not only keeps you humble, but that is the truth. And that keeps you going on this path. So never to be depressed, never to be, but that hunger, like fire, cannot be removed. That has to be always there. Remember that I know that I do not know. I know why I do not know. I know how should I know. Now only that effort is required to know that little. The more you know, the more you progress. Thank you. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.